class. We're about to start the chapter 1 review, number, sense, and problem solving practice questions. And this starts on page 234. It says directions. You may use your calculator. It says a beverage container holds 12 servings. If the serving size is 8 ounces, how many ounces does the container hold in all? So basically, we have a beverage container that holds 12 servings, but it's 8 ounces per serving. So you would do 12 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Carry a 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So your answer here would be 96, which would be D. Okay, now we go here now to problem number 2. It says sales at 3 concession stands are $839, $527, and $726. What is the total amount of sales? So we have 839, we have 527, and we have 726. And we know this will be in dollars, so we can add these up. 9 plus 7 is 16, plus 6 is 22. Bring down your 2, carry your 2. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 7 is 2,000. So it'll be $2,092, which is B. All right, now we go to number 3. Number 3, it states, if you want to cut 24 2-foot braces, how many boards of the length shown below would you need? Okay, so it says if you want to cut 24 2-foot braces, how many boards of the length shown would you need? Okay, so what we would have to do is this. You want to cut 24 2-foot braces. So we'll take 24 times 2, which would be 48. So we need 48 feet. So now we're given this brace that is 12 feet. So what we would do, we would take 12 into 48. 12 goes into 4 0 times. 12 goes into 48 4 times. 4 times 12 is 48. You have nothing remaining, so your answer would be A, 4. Okay, so now we go here. It says using your calculator, find the value of the square root of 441. So we will go here to our calculator. So we'll press second, and then we'll hit the X squared key, which will give us the square root. Type in 441 and enter. So our answer here would be 21. So for problem number 4, our answer is 21, and the letter that we would pick is B. So that would be our answer for problem number 4. Okay, now we go back up here to problem number 5. It says Angelo bought, okay, something happened. Angelo bought a used car with 39,451 miles on it. If the car now has 70,040 miles on it, how many miles has Angelo driven the car? So with number 5, this is a subtraction problem. So we would take the 70,040 minus the 39,451. Now we do our subtraction. Now with the subtraction, first of all, we cannot subtract 1 from 0, so we'll borrow 1 from this 4. That'll make it 3, and the 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. We cannot subtract 5 from 3, so we have to borrow from this 7. This 0 will become 10. And okay, so we have the 10. We have to borrow 1 from the 10, make it 9. And this 0 becomes 10. We borrow 1 from this 10, it becomes 9. And this 3 becomes 13. So we had 13 minus 5 is 8. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 6 minus 3 is 3. So it's 30,589, which is A. Okay, number 6. Use your calculator to solve the problem. If Emery paid 20% of 3,280 as a down payment, how much was the down payment? So we had 3,280 multiplied by 20%, which is 0.20. So we would take our calculator and we will multiply this 3,280 times 0.2 or 0.20. And that would give us a down payment of $656. So that is the down payment. So that would be C. All right, now we go on to problem number 7. Problem number 7, it says here that inventory shows that a warehouse has 45 printers in stock. If each printer is valued at $125, what is the total value of the printer inventory? So for problem number 7, we would take $125 and multiply by 45. Now personally, I would use the calculator because that would make it easier, but we know how to multiply, so if you want to do it by hand, that's fine too. 125 times 45 give us $5,625. So that would give us answer A. Now number 8, it says Lydia can drive 180 miles in 3 hours. On Tuesday, she drove 7 hours at that rate. How many miles did she drive on Tuesday? So first of all, she drove 180 miles in 3 hours. So what we're trying to do is establish her miles per hour. 180 divided by 3, we could write out 3 into 180. 3 goes into 1 0 times, 3 goes into 18 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. We have 0. We bring down this 0. 3 goes into 0 0 times. So we have 60. So that means she drives 60 miles for every 1 hour. Okay, now they tell us here that she drove for 7 hours. So what we would do, we'd take 60 times 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 6 is 42. So total, she drove 420 miles. So that would give us B. All right, now we move on to problem number 9. It says Janelle wants to drive from Danville to Brownsville. If she averages 60 miles per hour, how many hours will it take her to drive the distance? So to go from Danville to Brownville is 480 miles. So, and they told us that she drives 60 miles an hour. So we would take 480 divided by 60. So we add 60 into 480. 60 does not go into 448, but it goes into 480. It goes 8 times. And there's no remainder. So your answer here would be 8, which would be B. Okay, now problem number 10. A company sold a total of $1,440 in gift bears for Valentine's Day. If the gift bears cost $15 a piece, how many gift bears did they sell? So again, we'll write this first as a fraction with division. We'll write down 1,440 divided by 15, because that's how much each bear costs a piece. So we could put this in our calculator as a division problem, because remember, fractions are just division. So we would do this. We'll hit the N over D key, type in 1440, the down arrow, and then type in 15 and press enter. So that's 96. So that would be 96 bears sold, so that would be B. All right, now we move on to problem 11. It says, in addition to interest charges, Richard Credit Card Company charges a $25 late fee for payments made after the payment due date. If he was charged a late fee for 8 monthly bills, how much would he have saved by paying the bills on time? So we would do the $25 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40, 0 carry a 4. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20. So he would have saved $200, which would be A. All right, now we go on to problem number 12. It says April has taken her car in for the recommended oil and filter change every 3,500 miles. If April brought her car brand new and the odometer now shows just over 17,500 miles, how many oil changes has her car received? So it tells us it's at every 3,500. So we would take the 17,500 and divide it by 3,500. Okay, so now we will put that in our calculator. So we have clear, we'll press N over D, 17,500, down arrow, type in 3,500. And we have 5. So it should be 5 total. So since it was 5 total, that would be A. Now 14, a clinic treated 536 children over a 4-month period. At this rate, how many children did the clinic treat in 1 month? So we want to know how many they treated per month. So we'll take 536 divided by 4, and we'll rewrite this as 4 into 536, because I'm going to do this one by hand. 4 goes into 5 once. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Bring down our 3. 4 goes into 13 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 13 minus 12 is 1. Then we'll bring down this 6. 4 goes into 16 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. Is no remainder. So our answer here is 134, which is A. All right, now we go here to problem 15. Attendance at a local play was 438 Friday night, 820 Saturday night, and 636 Sunday afternoon. How many more people attended the play on Sunday than on Friday? So we will go Sunday. This is a subtraction problem. So we would do Sunday's amount, which is 636, minus Friday's amount, which is 438. And so we do our subtraction. We know we cannot subtract 8 from 6. So this 3 would become a 2, and this 6 would be 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. We cannot subtract 3 from 2, so this 6 becomes 5, and this 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 3 is 9, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So it's 198. That's the difference. Okay, 16. Raquel has 4 payments left on her car. If each payment is $268, how much does she still owe on the car? So we'll take 268 times 4. And I'm going to do this by hand. So 4 times 8 is 32. Bring down your 2, carry your 3. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 3 is 27. Bring down our 7, carry our 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So it's 1,072. Okay, now we go here to problem 17. It says, in what order should items weighing 51 pounds, 40 pounds, 48 pounds, and 44 pounds be stacked if you want them in order from heaviest to lightest? So we know 51 is the heaviest, then 48 is the next, then 44, then 40. So that'll be C. So 17 would be C. Okay, now 18. Which of the following correctly shows 2,354,769 rounded to the nearest 10,000? So first, let's write out this number. And they want us to round to the nearest 10,000th place. The 10,000th place is this 5 here. So we would go to the next value, which is 4. This number is between 0 through 4. So the 5 remains the same. Now, if it was 5 through 9, then we would go up 1. But since this is 0 through 4, we will leave the 5 the same, and then everything behind it becomes zeros. So it's 2,350,000, which would be C. Okay, now we go to problem 19. It says, what is the total weight in pounds of the packages below? So they want us to add these. We had 18, 23, and 42. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 2 is 13, carry our 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8. So our answer here is 83, which is A. All right, so now we go to problem 20. Jason paid a $14 dinner bill with a $20 bill. How much change should he receive? So for 20, we would do 20 minus 14. We'll borrow 1 from the 2, make that 1, and the 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 4 is 6, 1 minus 1 is 0, so it'd be $6, which is A. So now we go here to problem 21. It says Marla spent 8 minutes installing a new shower head, 33 minutes rotting out a drain, and 18 minutes fixing a leaky faucet. About how many minutes did it take Marie to complete all 3 tasks? So that's another addition problem. So we had 8, 33, and 18. Okay, so 8 and 3 is 11, plus 8 is 19, carry a 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So it's 59. That's how many minutes she did. But we picked the one best answer, which would be B, which would be 60. So our answer here is B, because we pick our best answer. Okay, 22. Carla drove 248 miles in 4 hours. What was her average rate of speed in miles per hour? So you had 248 miles over 4 hours. So we would take our calculator, clear, we'll hit N over D, we'll type in 248, then you hit the down arrow, hit 4, and press enter. So that's 62. So our answer here is 62 miles per hour. So we will write this down as 62 miles per hour. So that would be our answer for 22. All right, so for problem 23, a bulk bag of nuts contains 144 ounces of nuts. If the nuts are packaged in smaller 8-ounce bags, how many bags will there be? So for problem 23, we would do 144 divided by 8 to determine how many bags we have. So we will go and get our calculator. So we will press N over D, and we'll hit 144, down arrow, hit the number 8, and press enter. So it'll be 18. So that'll be 18 bags that they would need, and so that would be C. Okay, now for problem 24, if you drove 299 miles on 9 gallons of gasoline, about how many miles per gallon did the car get? So we do problem 24. We'll do 299 divided by 9. So we could put that in our calculator. So we'll press the N over D, and we'll type in 299, down arrow, the number 9, and press enter. Now, if you notice here, it gave you the fraction again, so you will hit this button here, and it'll give you the decimal. So that's about 33. It's a little over 33, but let's look at the answers that's given. Okay, we got 10, 30, 270, and 300. This is closest to 30, so we'll get B. So our answer here would be B, because it's closest to 30. All right, so now we go here to problem 25. It said a shipment of 33 crates like the one shown below is delivered. Approximately how many pounds did workers unload? So what we would do here is still a multiplication problem, and this is problem 25. We would take is 33 crates, and they're 41 pounds apiece. So we could take 33 times 41. So we could do 33 times 41, and that gives us 1,353. Now that we know we got 1,353, we look at the amounts that's given, and the closest one would be C. So that would be our answer for problem 25. Okay, now we move on to problem 26. Problem 26, it says 4 friends bought a birthday cake for $21 and balloons for $15. If they divided the cost equally, how much did each friend pay towards the birthday party? Okay, so for problem 26, we first need to add up the total cost. So it's $21 plus $15, which is $36. And then we want to evenly divide this by 4 people. So we could take 4 into 36. 4 goes into 36 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36. There's no remainder. So each one of them would pay $9. So since each one of them pay $9, your answer here would be C. Okay, 27. David paid $20 towards a dinner bill of $128. If the remainder of the bill is divided equally among the remaining 9 people in the group, how much should each person pay other than David? So we'll take the $128, subtract off David's $20. That'll leave $108. It's 9 people left. So you would take 9 into 108. 9 goes into 1 0 times. 9 goes into 10 once. 10 minus 9 is 1. We'll bring down our 8. 9 goes into 18 twice. 2 times 18 is 18 with no remainder. So each person should pay $12 apiece, which is A. All right, problem 28. It says a driver traveled 4 hours at an average rate of 65 miles per hour. How many miles did the person drive? So we'll take 65 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Bring down your 0, carry your 2. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. So your answer here would be D, which is 260. All right, so now we go to problem number 29. Using the following information, how much would a large pizza with 3 toppings cost? Okay, a large one topping pizza is $14. It's $2 for each additional topping, so we want 2 more toppings. So we'll add 2 and 2. So now they ask us how much would this total be? 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Bring down our 1 here to be $18, which is B. Now problem number 30. It says bagels are 2 for $1. What is the maximum number of bagels you could buy for $7? So remember, bagels are 2 for $1. So what we would do is we would take the $7 and multiply it by 2. So 7 times 2 is 14. So the max you could get is 14 bagels. All right, 31. How many months would it take to save $1,800 at $75 per month? So we'll take 1,800 divided by 75, and we're going to put that in our calculator real quick. Let me clear this out. So we'll press N over D, and we'll take 1,800 divided by 75. Oh, I wasn't supposed to press the division key. So we do the down arrow, 75, press enter, and we have 24. So our answer here is 24 months. Now our last problem, problem 32. It says, how many 45-page documents would a binder hold if its maximum capacity is 630 sheets of paper? So we would take 630 and divide it by 45. So We'll divide, clear, we'll press N over D, 630, and then in the denominator, we'll type in 45, and we'll press enter, so that's 14. So our final answer here would be, it'll be 14 documents. And that is it for the Chapter 1 review. Have a wonderful day, and I will upload this